I'm Zach.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is a Couple Games YouTube channel.
And in this video, we are excited to talk about our favorite Falloween games. I happen to pick more of the fall games, and so I'm going to share 5. And Zach chose more of the Halloween, spooky-ish games, and he also chose 5. So we can't wait to share. Do you want to start off?
Yeah, I can start us off. So, first one on my list, probably can't tell it's like a Halloween game, but King of Tokyo. And I'm specifically choosing this one because we have the Halloween expansion. It has Pumpkin Jack and Boogie Woogie, like the Boogeyman. But King of Tokyo, let me just say, it's a game where you roll dice, Yahtzee style, and you're trying to get claws to hit the other players, but you're also trying to get points, and so you can either win by knocking out everybody else or by points. The Halloween expansion's cool though because it gives everybody a costume, so you can be a zombie reptar type thing or whatever, but it gives everybody kind of like a power in the beginning of the game, which is really neat. But that's why I chose King of Tokyo as my first Halloween game.
I would not have thought about that until you mentioned the expansion, and the little costume part is really cute too. It's fun. We've been playing that one with our 4, almost 5-year-old lately.
Yep.
Okay. You want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
So my first fall vibe game is Calico. Calico is all about designing a quilt. So, curling up, a blanket. And on your quilt, you're designing certain patterns and trying to connect certain patterns together. And when you do that, you attract cats to come sit on your quilt. So this is a very abstract strategy game. There's a lot to think about when you're playing it, but it's a really easy, take a tile, place a tile. That's all you do on each action. And then it triggers certain buttons that can land on the quilt if you have a certain pattern combination, and then it also can trigger certain cats to be attracted to your quilt if you have other combinations based on color and pattern. So that's a really quick run around of this game. It's little hexes. The components are really fun. The cats are really cute, and it's just one of those cozy, feel good fall games.
Yeah.
That's Calico.
That's a good one. Next up on my list is Scooby-Doo Betrayal at Mystery Manor. This is the spin-off of the game Betrayal at House on the Hill, which we had in the past, but we got rid of just because it's just 2 of us and we never play it. But when I saw the Scooby-Doo edition come out, I was like, that's really cool. We don't have a Scooby-Doo game. When our kids get old enough, we can kind of play this with them. But basically, you're exploring this haunted house, and eventually the haunt happens, and so when that happens, one player, typically, not all the time, but becomes the villain, and so it'll tell you, go to this page, here's the new rules for the game, and, it's the Flying Dutchman or a ghost or something comes out. But, yeah. Got anything on this one?
We have not played it in a while.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
It's definitely more like a kids' family game. First off, it's 3 players, so we can't really play it very effectively. And it's just one of those really laid-back kind of family games.
Yeah. So but that's Scooby-Doo.
All right, my next choice is Meeple Land. So Meeple Land just reminds me of going to a fair or an amusement park, something like fall carnival feel to it. This is a tile placement game where you are building your own amusement park, kind of fair, carnival, and you're trying to get certain attractions, you're trying to connect roads. These attractions also come with the ability to place people, so that the more people you can get into your park, the more points that you will be able to score. What else am I missing here?
You're trying to have variety of rides in your park. There's a little bit of path building. So all your stuff has to connect and it has to fit on your little map there, or you got to buy more land.
Yeah. So it's a pretty quick to learn game, and it plays really good at 2. We've pretty much only played it at 2 players, I want to say.
Yeah.
And I don't really think it's a game where it would really be impacted by adding more because everybody's taking and placing on their own board. So you're working on your own park, trying to get that variety, and then trying to get the different colored meeples, which is your visitors, into your park to earn points based on cards that you draw.
Yeah.
And that's Meeple Land. I just feel like it's a great kind of fall feely game. We definitely play it year round, but I just feel like it goes with that fall vibe.
Yeah. The next one on mine is definitely a Halloween game. It's called Boooop. This is a Halloween spinoff of the game Boop. You are placing cats on a quilt, kind of like, Calico, but you are booping or bopping them away from each other. So it's an abstract strategy game where you're placing these cats or kittens on the little quilt there. Whenever you place, you make everything else go around you one space out from where you placed. There are some rules where like kittens can't bop cats and all that. The whole object of the game is to get 3 of your cats in a row. In order to do that, you got to get 3 kittens in a row to graduate them to cats. And so it's fairly quick. We played it a couple times.
Yeah, just throughout the week.
Yeah.
It's very quick.
Yeah. So, but that's Boop.
We haven't even played with the ghosts yet.
Oh yeah, there's a ghost module in there that we haven't played with, like Michelle said. So, yeah.
We'll have to do that soon.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is one that we've talked about a lot before. Welcome to. However, we have the Halloween expansion, or we have like the season expansion. So we've been playing the Halloween version of this for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
And it comes on a dry erase board, so you get dry erase markers, so you can replay. We have mats for multiple seasons, but in the Halloween version, you're trying to collect ghosts and candy corn on your street, and you can basically trade those in for more pools or trade the candy corn in for extra points.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a push your luck type thing because once you kind of commit to one of those rewards, you really can't go back. And if somebody else gets it before you, our dog is being really sassy right now and getting on to me.
Yeah, so you have to pause it.
Yeah, but yeah, welcome to, if you've ever seen our stuff, it's one of our favorite games. So go out and get it, but also the Halloween expansion is really cool too.
Yeah.
So next one on my list is Specter Ops. So this is a hidden movement game. So it kind of has that hide and seek feel. One person is the agent and they are trying to go sabotage these different locations on the board. And the other are the hunters, and so they're trying to find the agent. So the hunters are on the board moving around. The agent has like a pad, and so they're drawing their route, and if they ever are in sight of the hunters, then they have to put their piece on the board. And so it has that hide and seek tense feel, and it also has these, kind of like a werewolfy creature, kind of creepy people, and so that definitely just screams Halloween to me. But Michelle's not a huge fan of this one, so, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, I chose Harry Potter House Cup Competition. We are big we're big Harry Potter fans. I have always been a very big Harry Potter fan ever since I was probably, 7, 8 years old. So, this game replicates trying to win the House Cup. Your students, you act as different houses. So when we play, I'm usually Gryffindor and Zach is Slytherin. And we each have 3 characters within our house. And you're trying to use those characters to up your potion ability, up your it's called Defense Against the Dark Arts. And then there's another one too.
Charms or something?
Yeah, charms.
Yeah.
So you're trying to increase your abilities, which then let you earn higher points, like cards that get you points, and help you be more successful on different of the charms and spells and just all the things Harry Potter. So if you love Harry Potter or you're even a little bit interested, this game is awesome. We also have another Harry Potter game that we'll have to do, but this one I like. This is my favorite Harry Potter game that we own. And then you're also filling up the little
They look like test tubes.
Test tubes with your gems that represent your house points, and so you can kind of see where you fall as you're playing. I think that's just a really cool feature. It's a fun little component that the game has. I'm trying to think, what else am I missing? I know I'm missing something.
I'm not missing everything. I mean, there's a little bit of variety in like what cards come out when and things like that, and
different.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And, like, you're sending your little workers to like potions class to up their potion game, or dark defense against dark arts, like you said, and so yeah. And there's like magic and books and it's like knowledge versus magic. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds right. We haven't played this in a while. We need to get it out again, which I'm sure we will soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my second to last one that I chose for fall Halloween game. Falloween.
Next one on my list is Quacks of Quedlinburg. So this game, I think we've talked about it before, maybe on your top 10 list, but this is a great game. It's a bag building game where you're throwing little chips into your bag, and then every round you're pulling these chips out of your bag and you're placing them into your potion. So those are little cauldrons, little potion boards, really neat. So I always think of this game as like you're like a witch or a wizard or whatever. You're like brewing a potion, you know. I think the game is like you're like a quack or somebody that's trying to sell people not really real stuff, but you know, that's beside the point. But all the ingredients are cool because it's like mandrake root and pumpkins and I don't know, crow skulls and things like that. And so it has that Halloween feel to it, and the witches, pumpkins, and it's just a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
So
we played it last weekend.
Yeah. That's my last one, Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Yes. Another one that we also played last weekend.
Oh yeah.
Was Everdell. And I picked the Spirecrest box for this. Anyway, I just think this game obviously starts with the center of a fall autumn tree. So it just has this like woodsy feel that just like feels like fall. And you can even choose different like village boards from the Bellfaire expansion that look like fall. You can pick any season. There's all
winter, spring.
Yes, but the overall board and everything just to me feels like fall. Could just be my opinion. But we played this with the Spirecrest expansion last weekend, and it's a lot of fun. We talked about it in my top 10. But you have a village that you're trying to create full of all these woodsy creatures, and you're trying to basically pair certain wood, like the creature, with where they would live. So like the post office, and then like the little bird that represents the postman. You're trying to like pair those together in your village, and it makes points go faster, and it helps you accumulate resources quicker. So that's what you're trying to do in this game. It's a lot easier said than done because there's like 500 cards that you're trying to get through.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you really want something to pair into something else, and you may not ever find it, or it might, you might have to like settle for something else. But it's a lot of fun. I'm trying to think. I mean, all the characters in this game,
they're all different woodland creatures. Yeah, just if you go like Google image Everdell board game, you can see just there's a big 3D tree, like she said, that's in the center stage, and it's just definitely screams fall, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then you have all these little characters that you can even get some big characters, and your little characters can like ride on them as with extra bonuses that happen or different abilities that they bring. A lot of variety in this game. We didn't talk about the Pearlbrook version because I don't know. To me, that one doesn't feel as fall.
Yeah.
I feel like Pearlbrook could be more like spring.
Yeah, I don't think we have the box for it anymore either.
Yeah, we've kind of had to merge everything, but that's all topic. So, this was my last Falloween game, Everdell.
Yep. So, hopefully you liked our Falloween list. If you have a Falloween game that we didn't talk about, feel free to list it in the comments below.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see what you guys think.
Yeah.
Until next time.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Michelle.
And this has been A Couple Games.